You might have noticed that there's this General tab when you're opening Game Creator for the first time. If you click General, you might have noticed these audio mixer groups setting here. So today I want to just go over this audio mixer feature, and we can see how this is intended to be used in Game Creator 2, because we have 5 different mixers. So let's take a look at this. So when you first go into Game Creator in the general settings, we have 5 different sound effects mixers, and they're set to none. So how do we go about looking at audio mixers? Okay, so let's take a look at that. So if you go to Window, Audio, Audio Mixer, you get this window, and it may pop up as a separate window called Audio Mixer. I like to dock it right here. So it has no mixers found. So you got the mixers. So if you click the plus button here, you can create a new one. So audio mixer. Okay, so once we create one, we have these 5 mixers here. So each one is a different mixer group. So if we go to the audio mixer window, we have these groups here. So let's create 5 groups. So underneath the master, it goes under this master one. So we can create 5 groups. Right, so let's just create 5 groups under the master, and the master here allows you to change the audio levels and add effects that affect all the groups below it. So if we click here, we can add a child or a sibling group. So you can have a bunch of nested groups, but for our purposes today, let's get rid of that. We'll add a sibling group. So we're going to add ones that will correspond. We're going to add ones that correspond with sound effects, ambient, music, speech, and user interface. So we got sound effects, ambient, and another music, user interface, and the other one, speech. Okay. Speech. Okay. So we got these 5 groups. So the master, and then you've got the 5 groups. So once we've created those, we can now set them here. So we can do this and assign them music, speech, and user interface. So we've got our mixer set. So to actually use those or have your sound come through those, I'm going to set up a simple scene here that allows you to just some UI buttons that we're going to click, but I'm going to bring in some audio assets first. And when you create an audio mixer, it appears here in your assets folder here. So, and you can see all of your groups as well, everything underneath that mixer. Okay, so I've created a simple UI that has 5 buttons in it, and these are game creator buttons, so they have the instructions there. So when you click the button, so for each one of these buttons, I'm going to play a sound based on the button. So if we go to audio, and then we go to play music on this one, on the music button, we can give it an audio clip to play here. So, and there's a config of the volume, but I'm just going to leave it there. And then on the ambient one, we're going to play use each type of sound that goes to a different mixer has a different play instruction here. So ambient will go to the ambient mixer. So if we go for this ambient music and the button SFX, we're going to play a sound effect, and that's going to be the pistol shot. The button UI, we're going to do play a UI sound, and that is going to be UI select. So with the game creator examples, you get some UI sound effects. So I'm going to use UI select. And button speech, I have this speech, play speech, and we're going to give it this one. Okay, so now let's switch to the mixer tab, and then we'll see what happens down here when we go into play mode and play each one of these buttons when we click one of these buttons. And remember to have an event system, otherwise it's not going to work. And oftentimes UI event system, if you create your canvas by just creating a button, it will just create the canvas and not the event system. So we have to make sure that the event system exists, and in Unity 6 it's already set to the new input system, so you don't have to worry, otherwise you can't click anything. So now we should be able to click our buttons, so let's click it. And we have the music, and as we can see, it's coming through the music mixer. And if we click on this mixer, you cannot edit this in play mode, but there's an edit in play mode button. So if you click edit in play mode, it allows you to change the volume in play mode. So it's just kind of nice. So with each one of these mixers, you can add a bunch of effects. So all different types of effects, echoes, low pass filters, high pass filters, a lot of different filters, distortion for one. So we'll turn that down for now. We'll click the the ambient one, do the ambient one. So we have the ambient one playing through its own mixer, and it can have its own effects as well. And let's do an SFX. That'll come through the sound effects one, and you can have separate effects on each one of these. So maybe an echo on that. That actually adds a second. Sounds like I only clicked it once, but it does it twice, so because of this echo. And let's do this. We have speech going through the speech. Also, if you have the dialogue system and you play audio dialogue will come through your speech mixer as well automatically. So, but you also have this special play speech as well. So, and if you want to put high pass filters on that, you can as well to make it sound like she's on the phone, for instance. And then on UI, it'll come through the user interface one. So you can have separate effects there as well. I'm not sure. Some of these you can play around with the ones for each one, the parameters for each effect. So so briefly, this is how you use the audio mixer feature in Game Creator 2, and there are also some other actions that you'll see if I go into my buttons, and if you go into the instructions, you can see that there's an audio mixer parameter. You can change them through instructions as well. So if you have an audio mixer parameter, you can say, okay, well, I want my audio mixer, and then if you have parameters set up, you can do that here and put the different values in. I'm not sure. Oh, exposed, and for that you need the exposed parameters. So select an audio mixer group, right click and select expose. So we will do this. Okay, so here's how you do it. You go into one of your things and you just right click right here and you can say, okay, expose the cutoff frequency of the ambient high pass to script. Or let's say if I want the speech cutoff frequency, you can expose it. So you're not exposing the entire thing, you're exposing one of these parameters. So let's say I want to change the cutoff frequency. It's now exposed. It's got an arrow there. So if I go over here to my speech button and I add an audio mixer parameter and change this, and the parameter name would be my exposed param, which you can rename it by double clicking that. So let's call it cutoff, and then when I go to back to here, I can just go cutoff, and I can change the value to, let's say 1600 or something. I'll just change it. So when I click it, it will change the audio mixer value of that parameter. And it's at 1600 right there, you can see. It changed it. So it's at 18 whatever. And then when I click the button, well, the edit and play mode overrides it, but if you do it, so it's at 1307. And then when I go into play mode and click it, it changed it to 1600. So that's how that works. We can also change the volume of these through here, of these different, so there's a master volume, music, ambient. So each one has their own volume change that you can do. There's a snapshot. So if you have different snapshots set up here, snapshot 1, and then if that's selected, then you have different parameters. So let's say low volume snapshot. So we can turn down these, and these will only be affected in this low volume snapshot. This could be your default, and then this could be your high volume snapshot. This is just a simple, and you can change any of these parameters as well, and it will remember them. So you can say, okay, this one's high volume on the music, so, and then that one's turning it off, and then this one you could be your default. So you can set up your defaults here however you want, and each one has its own set of values. So when you click, and then you can have this instruction that tells you that you can change the snapshot from one to the next. So we can change the default snapshot. You can change to a different snapshot. So you can change like to the low volume one from the one you're currently in, and the default is the starting one is the one that with the star there, so default. And so you can change to another snapshot. So if I do that, it will turn off the music when I click the speech button. So if I click the music, have the music and the ambient playing, and then click the speech button, it should go to that snapshot. So you can have it so that you can sort of interrupt into those other things that are going on by like programmatically. So it's kind of nice. You also can fade all music, fade all ambient, stop music. So each one of these can, like each one of those channels can actually be faded out as well. So one, two, oh, there's only two. The fade is only with the ambient and the music. And there's a stop, ambient, stop music, stop sound effect, and stop speech being played by a specific game object. Now the stop speech is the player. You're basically telling it what the player speech is, if the player is actually talking, I guess. So that's it for the audio mixer features in Game Creator 2. Hopefully this has demystified it a little bit for you and showed you what you can do with it. And it's definitely something to look at. And so that's it for this one. And we will see you in the next one.